to Nigeria to the airport. I was helping him to check in. Because he produced Nigerian passport, the next thing they asked him for the credit card or the card he used to buy the ticket. Wow. So what occurred to me was like, this is just the beginning. So I challenged the guy because personally here, I hate people being maltreated or being profiled. So when I challenged the white guy, I was like, why I see other people coming here, you never asked anyone, can you give me the card or show me the card you bought the ticket with? He said, right now, it's kind of made asterisks for him. He showed me the screen. There are people coming from, he now used the word Africa, but I know it's Nigeria. Because he now said there is a lot of fraud. So why profiling people from place? Because American people, they are fraudulent too.
Yes.
Indian people are all here, they are fraudulent. Every day if you're in America, you will receive a call. Hey, your system is doing this. We people from the same voice, which mostly are India and Pakistan. But no one profiled them. So with Tinubu stuff, all these things going on, we expect more. Like who said earlier, like I think is a MC that said, most of us, whether we have citizenship, we carry blue passport, red passport, we'll still witness it one way or the other. And back to the main thing happening in Nigeria. This election, quite all right for me, is the best thing that have happened to Nigeria. And now I'm by the side waiting how Nigeria will react to it. Because thank God, I've been following the Sowore. We've been in the game before. So I think this this politics or this 2023 election exposed some of our so-called activists.
That is true. And true to that, I know that this 2023 exposed a lot. I'm with you, sir.
So most of them right now, you can't hear them again. Like the likes of Tinubu or something like that. When before we were all queuing behind him, he went to jail, we all contributed behind him. But this election exposed all of them. Even the so-called Wike claiming to be the fighter of South-South or the South agenda, we saw what happened. Everyone is just fighting for on their personal agenda. So, and this election, I think, is God's divine hand that all prayers Nigeria have prayed, God will never come to speed-food you. That's when I see people going to church Monday to Sunday waiting for miracle. You're a liar. And the pastor is freaking you. Because you have to show me, God will allow you, show him that place you are. He will come and meet you and bless you. If you are waiting for a miracle like the ones that do the miracle of just close your eye, you will see the money in your bank. You just believe foolish.
I know.
Because I haven't, the era of manna has gone. Manna doesn't fall anymore. No, I will bless the work of your hand. You never see I will drop money in your bank account.
True to that. Another truth there.
So most of these things, and these old politicians knew, but Obi came, changed narratives. Now we stop seeing Aisha frying akara or Oshomole stopping on the road to buy banana.
Okay, I got you just mentioned Oshomole now, and you know what came to my mind? You know that dance? That dance is Lori when he was on stage and it's like that. I want to play it. Sorry. Like, because you mentioned his name.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to
so, Banky.
So, people now understand. Tell us what you want to do for us. Not deceiving us. Going to primary school to chop rice. Now, it now turned to attack. Obi, I can't even talk to you. Bro, tell us what you have to do for us. So, and they never believe the youth have the structure. They believe the youth were in the internet. So, they never kind of believe like NSAS is about to repeat. That's why they came up with the word structure when they believe the money bags work. But the youth are determined. Oh, this is the time we have to take our country back. People think Obi is just a tool used by God. Even some people challenge him, like, if you decide to quit at this moment, that death you're scared of will come to you. We are just using your name, or maybe divine purpose that your name word with Obi, and now we put dent in it, making it obedient. So it's not all about Obi. It's the youth. If you listen to what Kwankwaso said the last interview he had, he said this election taught most of them the lesson. Ndume said it. Ndume said it. Even my brother said it. What's his name, from Abia State? He said he survived election from the obedience because it wasn't all about I have the structure anymore. When they find out the structure have been demolished, that these internet people are now really on ground, they went back to ethnic profiling and religion profiling.
And violence. See, thank you so much, Banky. I'm glad that you promised from the beginning that you're not going to say much. Yeah. I bet if I don't put a plug on it, that's going to be another half an hour of this, right? But what I'm going to say to you as well is that I appreciate this. You are so much, invaluable to this platform, like everyone else. And I bet it. The number is still very much high, nearly 3,000 people on YouTube. That means they're enjoying this conversation. Yeah. And because all of you made it very interesting. So thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Okay? So I will see you again. Baba.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, Sowore, I will give you 2 minutes because I hate people being kind of cut off. It pains after all that wait. So our time is rounding up. But yeah, please. You were talking more on the we were using your dad, who happened to be part of that system before, but he had to pull out. And then here we are. Nigeria is being led by the worst. They say the worst is leading the best. Please. I think I'm going to help you with the microphone. Yeah, it's working now.
So
please.
when he listened to what I said, and he moved out because he said, I'm not going to do something that posterity will judge me, because I still have generations yet unborn. So if I want my conscience to be clear and die with clear conscience, I don't want to be into politics again. And he left. But guess what? All those gimmicks, he knows about it. So one day I called him and I was like, Dad, did you see what's going on? He said, well, I already know what's going to happen, but we have to say this. These people did not expect the kind of opposition they met, most especially from the younger generations. Like, just to buttress what the last caller said, Dele Mamadu said the same thing. Say, hey, these guys they don't have structure. They do have structure. They took over Lagos. Kwakwaso said the same thing. These people, they don't have structure. They don't have structure. They are winning, Edo State governor said the same thing. So it's just like our eyes are open.
That's right.
It's very, very open. Though I'm in the diaspora, but guess what? I'm feeling the effect. I'm feeling it. Because when I have parents, I have my younger ones. Every day they call me. Oh, this thing is there. We are having a lot of issues here, stuff like that. But these people care less. I'm on your back. So the youth are doing what they are supposed to do. As a matter of fact, they should have done this thing a long time ago. So that is why they said they don't have structure. Yes, fine, I agreed, because structure. But the only structure that guy has is the youth. Have you ever heard him say anything instigating the youth? No. But they come out with propaganda telling people all sorts of lies. But guess what? The time has come. And look at the map of Africa. Look at where Nigeria is located. The map of Africa looks like a gun. Yes. Nigeria is the trigger.
And it's about to be pulled now.
If Nigeria wins the trigger, get pulled out, what will happen to other African countries?
I like that. That's the sound bite. If I'm a mixer, if I'm somebody who mixes content, that is a sound bite. The best way to round it up. Baba, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate the comeback.
You're
now
welcome.
Let's go back to the two elders. Now they are going to have to put a crown on this whole conversation now. I'm going to start with a man of prestige. Then I'm going to go straight to Sir Joseph Okonkwo. Before we call it tonight, I have somebody who is going to serve as our reserve tonight. He's also back home. It's no longer in the, it's no longer in that workshop. Okay. So, yeah, man of prestige, sir. You also have 5 minutes.
All right. Thank you, Mayebu. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, thank you very much. Calling from USA, it's a pleasure to be on your platform. I don't mean to bust your, I don't mean to bust your bubble. I started following you during the epicenter of Yoruba Nation, and I listened to you quite a lot at that time. But since that time, I have not been back. But I listened to you periodically. Having said that, I respect your platform. You are very fair and balanced. That's it, So that's why I come to this platform. So when I saw their live today, I didn't even know what you call a parliamentary is on. So I'm very glad. Right, I'm very glad to be. I'm very glad to be here. So let me make statement. Probably have 4 more minutes. That country called Nigeria. I'll be very honest. It's like a prostitution nation. It's already a fair nation. Let me be very. I'm one of those proponents who support Nigeria. I want one Nigeria. Up to today, maybe somehow I'm kind of still want one Nigeria, but I don't know what's going to come out of it. As much as I want one Nigeria, I'm from the Southeast extraction. I'm the kind of person that don't believe in tribalism or ethnicity or whatever. Even here where I'm in USA, I hate anything like racism. It kill me to the core. So when I foresee what's going on in my country, it pains me. I don't go to any platform where just say somebody from South, somebody from East, somebody from North. I go to the platform that talk about Nigeria as Nigerians. I grew up in Lagos. When I went home during the last time I went home, which was in December, I was there in a month. I've not been home about 4 years before that time. I started in Lagos, which is where I grew up. I went to the Southwest. I visited Abeokuta. I went to Kaduna. Then I went to Imo State. From there, I went to River State. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say about what some people are saying about what APC government has done, infrastructure and the road and nothing. Everything is a mediocre. That's what's wrong with that Nigeria. When somebody build road, you build road. A mediocre road that full of pot, and people are saying they did something. What did they do? I don't see what is good about our country. I'm just so sorry about where we're heading to. And it's so bad for me when we have people so much, so-called educated people in the diaspora. And they are perpetuating some of them. I have a lot of friends here, some of them are supporting the bad and everybody. My main issue is not about Obi. Of course, Obi is not obedience. He's like somebody, they use to pilot what they want to do. My main issue during past election, I wanted to dislodge the so-called APC and PDP because there's no difference between those two parties. APC and PDP, they are the same. I wanted a new person to come in. I probably would have preferred Sowore, but I'm kind of disappointed with Sowore right now in the last few months. It's not about going against Obi or whatever. That's not even the issue. But why is Obi a problem? Yeah, you can have a disagreement with Obi, politically. But you don't see what's going on with the country. Only thing you see is Obi. Obi is not a saint, but I don't see what he has done wrong. You need to talk about what just transpired in this, in this Nigeria. Xenophobia we have in Nigeria, and another thing, what's going on? What's going on in that country? Corrupt. Did you know that Nigeria is the second worst life expectancy beside Chad in the world? And you say you're an African, you call yourself an African giant. Yeah, go Google it. After Chad, we are the second. Our life expectancy is like about 52 years and half. It's because of suffering, mental issue, Nigeria orientation. That is the problem we're having in that Nigeria. It can't, I don't know what to say about Nigeria. It's just like I was in a platform yesterday.
You've said so much that, there seems to be so much more to say. However, we all kind of seems to be agreeing, like that's what I've noticed tonight. A lot of us seems to be agreeing that this whole Obi movement is not about Obi.
No.
And therefore, it is not actually Obi himself that is actually going to have to fight, or he's not the one fighting. So it's bigger than him. And it seems the establishment are not quickly acknowledging that. That's what I kind of pick among many things. So like, this whole thing is not about Obi, but the system didn't seem to understand that yet.
Let me make one more comment before I leave. I know I was on a different platform yesterday,
Yes,
somebody was talking about Dino Malayo running. They're going to support him. I said, are you crazy? The caricature of Dino Malayo and thief like Dino Malayo, you're going to support him? This is somebody in the diaspora here. But anyway, that's all I have to say. I give other people a platform. I'll be coming more often to your platform, okay?
Thank you so much for coming. And then now that you know about the People's Parliament, I bet you're going to be not miss next month.
Is it every Thursday? Is it every Thursday?
It just come randomly. Most of the time, it's like it's like the roundup of the happenings in the last few weeks. But don't worry, next time I will announce it. So
thank you, Baba. I greet you. Okay, keep it up. Okay.
The man of prestige. Now, I am going to go to Sir Joseph Okonkwo. Baba, His Excellency, is that your mini studio there where people are also watching? Because I sense that you are talking to people. Sorry.
Yes, it's a studio, but I was having a business call. So
why is that a business call? I thought you would like to share your channel with us, and everybody can know about where you.
I will, if you allow me, I can do that. That would be against protocol. But if you allow me for people to know my channel, why not?
It is not. Don't even think like that. Okay. Usually, right? It should be an opportunity where people will do something similar like this, right? Honor the platform to come on and share their view, right? So when you do that, my own viewers will get to see and hear about you.
That would be a great honor.
You get that? So getting to know that you actually do something similar on the side is a plus for us. So please share with us when I get to your turn. You and I
that would be a great honor, and it will also even be more exciting. Let me use this opportunity to chip it in. It's not good to waste opportunity. It will be more exciting to host you one of these days in my show.
I wouldn't mind. It will be, but we'll get to that. Let me and Sir Joseph Okonkwo, the most patient man in the house, apart from others who are like, oh, my ego is not going to bring us in, it's rounding up. It's my time. Okay, it's almost time for us to all go to bed now. It's past 11, but I'm not going to leave this man hanging. Let me go straight to Sir Joseph Okonkwo. Now that he's here. Sir.
Thank you very much, King Mayegu.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I called you King Mayegu because of our program at Peckham when we launched the Janjaweed album at Peckham.
My God.
I know that but your face is common, but you will not know everybody that knows you.
No, I think it's that your cap. Is that cap?
Yes. That's the Biafran cap. And this particular nation has been burned and is not going to die.
It's not going to die.
The only thing is that a lot of people misunderstand what Biafra is all about. As far as you are not happy with what is happening in Nigeria, you are a Biafran.
In case if they don't know.
I am a graduate of Radio Biafra.
Amazing.
Nnamdi Kanu is our professor. And we listen to him even in detention. So having said that, I'm not going to take much of your time.
Oh, it's okay. Use your
but
time.
All I have to say is that I discovered that 90% of people who has contributed tonight are Nigerians.
That's right.
And I was a Nigerian. German Miracle, when the Eagles played, when the junior Eagles, as they were called then, played with, I think, Brazil. They were losing 3-0. A lot of people went out from where we were watching it. I was the only one that was watching. Anyone who is here now, who is as old as I am, will remember that particular German Miracle. It was played in Saudi Arabia. So it was Samuel Elijah that scored the last penalty. Why did I brought this one in is because I am a Nigeria. I was a Nigeria then.
Sorry.
Who never joke about it. But with what has happened, I detest anything about Nigeria. And anybody who is still supporting the way Nigeria is either a criminal or a potential criminal. The issue of Obi, we have been vindicated because I am that set of Biafrans who we are saying that we should not participate in that election because we have had enough experience. That Obi is going to put us again on the saw because Biafrans has seen a lot. And it happened the way we said it, because our leader said, you can go and vote, but it is those who count the vote determines who wins the election. And that is exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
Nobody can say that he did not hear what Obi was preaching during the election. But along the line, these people have made up their mind whom to announce as the winner of the election. And a lot of things happened before that announcement. You see, Nigeria is the biggest joke on earth. There are things they usually do before the presidential election, which they call the presidential debate. What happened to it, Mayego?
Well, a big man contested, so it doesn't. It can't.
And all the whole media in Nigeria kept quiet, and nobody mentioned about it. Nobody talked about presidential debate. Even when the election took place, is it in Osun, where Adeleke won? Adeleke had a debate with his counterparts. But as big as the election in Nigeria was, there was no presidential debate, and nobody mentioned about it. That is exactly to tell you that Nigeria is the biggest joke on planet Earth.
Tell them, sir.
What I will try to add before I round it up is that a lot of people are waking up very late. A lot of people are talking about restructuring Nigeria. There are people who owns Nigeria and they say what they want to do, and they have restructured Nigeria long time ago.
God bless you.
They are talking about the judiciary, and a lot of them here are believing the judiciary. Is it the same judiciary that gave verdict about the election in Imo State? Are they talking of? Is it the same judiciary that Ahmed Lawal contested for the presidential primaries in APC and still did not contest for the senatorial seat in his zone, but they selected him to represent his zone at the senatorial election?
He didn't even buy four.
Is it the same judiciary? This man from Cross River State, Akpabio. Akpabio contested double election. He was contesting the presidential election primaries and at the same time the senatorial primaries. And what did the electoral law say about it? Actually, the Nigerian judiciary is at test in this particular election. We are still watching them. The Nigerian Biafran war is still not yet over. The whole of Ikwere land. Ikwere is an Igbo name. It has not changed today. It has not changed tomorrow. From my place to Ikwere land is 1 hour or at most 1 hour, 15 minutes. There is nothing an Ikwere man would talk today that I will not understand. Before you hear the row and row and row in all their names, there was nothing like that in the 60s. It was immediately after the war to make sure that they divide us and rule us. That is how they started saying Romola, Romo Krush, Romo Biakani, Romo this. But before the war, they were called Umola, Umu Krushi, Umu Biakani. Even up to today, there is a place they call Transamadi, which is their industrial area. There is the place they call Oburabale, which is the heartland of Ikwere land. They could not change all those ones to, but all these names are pure Igbo names. So when it concerns the Biafrans, a lot of Nigerians think that we are second-class citizens in a country where we call our own, in a country where we have invested humanly and materially. So all I'm trying to say is that Nigeria is the biggest joke. Anybody who thought that Obi is the Messiah that would sort out this mess in Nigeria, that person don't know exactly how Nigeria has been structured. These people do things and get away with it. But when another person does it, they will go after that person. I know that you know the issue of Evans, the kidnapper.
Evans the kidnapper.
What is happening to Wadume? Wadume was arrested by the Nigerian security men, and they conspired. No, another set of Nigerian security men conspired, went and released Wadume while he was in the custody of the Nigerian security agencies. And in the process, a lot of people were killed. Where is Wadume as of today? That case has been dead and buried. What of Sheikh Gumi, who is the spokesperson of the herdsmen? Can any Yoruba man act the way Sheikh Gumi is acting today in Nigeria and get free?
No.
Can any Biafran act the way Sheikh Gumi is acting today and get free?
I don't think so. No, it's impossible.
But because they have planned these things long time ago, that is why they can say anything they want to say and get free. How can somebody be asking Peter Obi to leave Nigeria, a citizen of Nigeria, somebody who did not even contest the election, is threatening him to leave Nigeria, or else he will be arrested, and nothing has happened to that particular person? And that is a place you are expecting us to call a home, to say that we are citizens. We are really joking.
Sir Joseph,
please let me round up this way. Please. There is a lady that was saying that if we got divided, there will be chaos among us and things like that. Definitely, even in a family, even in your family, even Obi himself said it at Chatham House. Now there are conflicts everywhere, even in his house. But the only way is, how did you handle the conflict? Even if we divide today, there will be conflict, but there will be a way which you manage it. So all I'm saying is, the best bet for us in that contraption called Nigeria is to your tents, because Flora Shaw cannot resurrect to tell us exactly what is the meaning of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir. I mean, our time is fast spent. That's why I have to say, quickly for everyone. But thank you so much for letting all of that out. I wouldn't miss that for anything in the world. So thank you, sir. You have a good one. So I am going to go to my Oga, His Excellency. You've made your presentation earlier, right? Now, I'm not going to let you make presentation anymore. My time is so gone. See, Agbeka is already in front of me. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can. But can you hear me too, sir?
Can you repeat what you said before, please?
Yeah, I was saying that we won't have time to kind of chat more about the program. I just want to know more about what, your channel and the rest. Then we can work something out later on, maybe, like you said. So tell us about the channel, if you don't mind, quickly, before we go.
Oh, my channel is it's on YouTube. Is www.youtube.com/Mr. Living X, like living to be alive, / Mr. Living X. I grew up mathematics where
like a Mr. Living, like a LIVING.
Then X. Then X, like how they say in mathematics, find X. So I said, this X that people have been finding since, maybe I should become the X. So I'm Mr. Living X.
I know, Baba. See, I wish we still have enough time, okay? Or you know something, right? Maybe to make it, to make it kind of more presentable. I am going to say yes to your invitation. Let's try something behind the scene, right?
Yes, I will drop my number, connect you on WhatsApp. I would like to, host you. But let me give a last thought, because I know I have to respect your time. So let me give a last thought.
I know. Go on.
My last thought will be solution based.
Sure.
My last thought will be solution based, because in the first presentation I made while I was working, I read to me one of the biggest problems we have, which is citizenship inaction. So I will call one of our biggest problem in Nigeria citizenship inaction, because it's strange to me how our people will be constantly insulted and it seems okay. It cannot be okay. It is never okay for you to go what picture do I create that will be very graphic? You went out with your lovely family and somebody came and assaulted your wife. You are there, assaulted her again. If you just say, oh, it's okay, and you don't do something about that, it will be all right to think something is wrong with you, because you will have to defend your family, you have to defend your wife. So what is going on in Nigeria is a situation where the citizens are not doing anything. Their inaction is actually empowering these lunatics. We have to appreciate that. Now, somebody spoke earlier and tried to like, oh thank God for P2B. If it was Sowore, he made that comparison. He would have maybe asked people to go out in the street and people would be killed, right? And I'm like, how did they take away Goodluck Jonathan? Have we suddenly forgotten about Occupy Nigeria? Two things I will say in conclusion, and these two things we summarize my solution to our problem. The first thing, and I'm going to say this thing from my dialect, Dr. Mayagu.
Please,
in my dialect, there's something we say, we call it Igwebu Ike. Mm-hmm. What that means is that there's tremendous strength, there's tremendous power in multitude, in crowd. So like let's say they are crazy, which all of us believe they are. Let's say they will open fire. But you know, the tendency of opening fire to a large multitude of people that came out in unison will be almost impossible. You that want to open the fire, in fact, make I speak for broken language, you will open the fire. Where you go get the liver from? The people have overpowered you. How you go take open fire for them? How many people are in the army? How many people are in the police? Imagine a situation where we, the citizens, decide that we cannot be aiding and abetting this madness. We cannot be enabling these people by our inaction. And then we have to do something about it. They will not kill all of us. So that's the first proverb, and this is making people reason about solution. Because my God, I don't know how old you are, but they have messed my generation up.
Go on.
They have messed my generation up. What they are now doing is that they are extending beyond my generation to my children. The question is, all the people within my age bracket, hold on one second. Are we really going to let them do this? They messed us up. We are their children. All these people in power now, we are their children. People in my age bracket are their children. All these 70-year-old, 80-year-old, 90-year-old people, we will pass as their children. So they have messed my own generation up, so to speak. Now, what they are now doing is that they are reaching beyond my generation to mess my own children up. It is us that should stand up and say, okay, guys, old people, you guys have to be retired. We have to save a country for our children. And if I cannot, because, oh, well, I'm out of Nigeria, relax. No, sir. People that have helped their nations are people who were out of the nations. Most times, to fix a nation, the diaspora involvement is paramount. We cannot relax. We have to say the truth. The second proverb from my people will say, Agaye eji mbabu haru ogo. I will explain it. Agaye eji mbabu haru ogo.
Right.
What it means is a war or a struggle or a battle, like Nigerians are struggling to get a good nation. A war, a fight, a struggle should not be abandoned because people will die. Because in a war, people will die, like Ukraine-Russian war. But the question is, have Ukraine stopped the war? Have Russia stopped the war? Did they say, oh, we have lost so much soldiers, let's stop fighting? Even though people are dying, guess what? Those two nations are in battle until they get what they want. So another problem with Nigeria is this being scared to die. The Bible says something about the followers of Jesus, the apostles of Jesus. The Bible says they love not their life unto death. Meaning that we are ready to follow this man, even if it will cost us our life. Somebody like Martin Luther King Jr. gave black people face in America, but he gave them face. He gave them say. They never even get the say finish, because we remember how they put nail on somebody's neck, kill them all. And we remember all the madness that is still going on with black skin. That's a topic for another day. They never get the face finish. But you can imagine that if Martin Luther didn't say, my life can go for the liberation of a people, those people would never have been liberated. If we keep being scared of death, we will not fight. Listen, you have to fight until you secure liberation for your children. Now, I'm not inciting anything. I'm just saying to Nigerian people, if they have raped you in the election, and the possibility of raping you in the judiciary is high, are you gonna just let yourself to be constantly raped until even your children will not have a future?
I think we'll have to leave that to them to answer, and the answer is likely going to pop up in the coming days as well, because people agree that there's so much still kind of, because some said that whatever we have seen so far, we haven't seen anything. In the coming days, there's so much to still expect. Again, the living X. I'll remember that. Now, that means I'm going to look for your message on WhatsApp. I may be slow in replying, but trust me, I have you here. And I will always remember that we have a deal, we have a chat. And
yes, I'm sending you a number right now.
Yeah.
Just so that you have it. Okay. It's a +1 number. I just sent it across.
God bless you. I will follow it up. Like I said, it may not be right away, but you will hear from me. And
I appreciate you and all you do. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I appreciate it as well. You have a good one, Baba. Now, this is where I'm not going to say much of a closing remark. Everybody should be tired right now. I will just say thank you to all of us who participated in this. We made this quite interesting for everyone. Some people, this is their first experience. Others, it's like one of the best experience on Mayegun's Diary Political People's Parliament. Whatever it is for you, I'm going to say thank you for being part of it. I will see you some other time. It is so late. Don't live without liking, okay? And good. And also apologies to some of you, my parliamentarians who stayed back for so long and you never got admitted in. It's because of the time. Clear out those who came in and make sure that we don't admit more people that we won't be able to take in. Thank you and thank you. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary political. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òwúrọ̀ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.